Hey guys, one of you made a comment underneath my video, "Thank you God for my misery," which is a great video you should watch. And you asked for me to give you like a specific example of how to list. What you do is you just take a pad of paper, kind of like this. The spiral at the top is easiest, and basically you're going to write at the top of the page, "Thank you God for my misery," whatever the misery is. It could be something from the past, something you're afraid of in the future, or something that's currently going on, but you thank God for it. And then you list all the benefits and advantages as to why that's a really great thing. And this exercise really helps, especially if you do a number of different things over the course of like 45 minutes to an hour. You'll kind of be blown away by how supported you truly are by the universe, even when it looks like or appears like things are going wrong. So I thought I would take the example of probably the worst news you could possibly, well, there's a lot of worst news scenarios, but one of them would be, let's say you find out you've got cancer or something like that, right? So I took that scenario and I listed all the benefits and advantages as to why that would be a really great thing that could happen. And these are really kind of messy notes that don't make a lot of sense. So I'm gonna pause a lot, but you'll have to do this when you're thinking of it for yourself too. So here are some examples, and use a sense of humor, sarcasm, or whatever you want to come up with at least 10 to 15 things. Okay. So if you've got kids, then your kids might start finally doing their chores because they feel bad for you. People might come back from the past and apologize and make amends. If they hear that you've got it, they might do something to reach out and fix things. If you're a teacher like me, it's always nice to have something that your clients have had so that you can relate to them completely and have had the experience that they've had, so that they know that you're totally coming from a place of empathy and understanding. You might get a free pass on things that you normally wouldn't be able to do because you've got cancer. You might get lots of flowers. You might have like a new outlook on life and have a new appreciation for life and be looking at things from a different lens. Let's see. If you're trying to lose weight, if you get cancer, you're going to have to eat really well. So you will have a really great excuse for getting on the keto diet. Also, cancer in this particular instance is usually caused by people pleasing or sugar. So yeah, you'd probably be getting on the keto, which is a really healthy thing. It gives people a reason or excuse to give back. So if you're probably a giver if something like this has happened to you, and this does give people the opportunity to give back to you, which might feel actually pretty nice. You'll know better who your friends are. You can hear their reaction to the news and see how they treat you, and then you can know whether you've got a good long-term friend or not. A situation like that can bring people together, like family, friends, whatever. You get to play the sympathy card. You get to face your very worst fear, if it is, and look it in the face and overcome it in the light of truth. So many things that you're afraid of when they finally come to fruition, if they do, which a lot of times even for purging, they'll come through to show you that you've healed from that fear. But in the light of truth, nothing really is all that scary. So facing the truth is so much healthier and so much better for you and so much lighter and fluffier than you would have ever imagined in the dark shadows and recesses of your mind. Okay. It could give you something interesting to share when you're getting to know somebody. It can make you look really tough for overcoming something so scary. You might get really lucky and get some yummy hospital food and master wheelchair skills. Woohoo! It can make you get your affairs in order. It can give you an excuse to get out of doing something you don't want to do. It can help you experiment with healing if you're some kind of a healer, or you want to just practice, like there's that great movie Heal, Heal on Netflix. That's a great one to watch if you want to see like the power of healing. So you can experiment with healing yourself. Gives you the opportunity to set better boundaries if that was an issue. If you die, you get to go back to and reunite with those that have died before you that you love very much. You might be forced to take a step back from your busyness and focus on you for once. Kind of nice. You get to sleep a lot if you love to sleep, and no one's going to give you a hard time for it. It really puts other things in your life into perspective in terms of importance, and it can get you in the best shape of your life, because you would end up making all these really great healthy changes. And in terms of even with the, every physical element is caused by an emotional element. So when you address all of this, which you would, then you would come out of it a much healthier person, right? So all of these things are just for the person who has the issue, who's heard the bad news. But you never know what the universe has in store for everybody involved. So there's never really any bad news. Just trust the universe knows what it's doing to bring you and everybody involved to maybe a new perspective. I was talking to somebody, last night that said, he said, we need a war here in America because people need to come together. So even war causes people to come together and to realize these same things, like the importance of things in your life. And so there really isn't any bad news. Just trust that life knows what it's doing, and that you could make this list for everybody this applies to. It could be for everybody in your household, or all the family that are involved, or your husband or wife or kids or whatever. There's something really great in it for everybody involved. You just gotta have that outlook and take a look. Don't let worry consume your whole experience here on earth. We're not here all that long. Don't make it your identity, whatever it is that you're faced with. Don't let it be a story that you repeat and act like a victim about over and over, because it's just going to disempower you. Just keep making your bed, taking care of your responsibilities, and planning for a bright future. Always look for the silver lining, because that silver lining is the sun behind the cloud, about to come out and come out fully once the cloud has passed. So it's all about having the right attitude. And even if you die, taking a look at how awesome that would be. You'd be done with all this stuff, you'd just be free from this body and everything. So when you're not afraid to face things and you realize that no news is actually bad news, that nothing bad is ever really happening to you, and you embrace things just how they are, you've got much better freedom to just move through gracefully with life and realize that everything is just a blessing. All of these types of situations, anything from your past and current, anything that's happening to you or did, it's all there to be your fuel. It's not to be a wet blanket on your life and to be like the scar, unless the scar makes you proud and you're like, hey, look what I got through, But yeah, and it creates miracles. I don't know if you guys have noticed, even if you've seen other people go through tough stuff, it's you will notice that around them starts producing all these miracles all around them in their life and everybody else it touches. So it's all about having the right outlook, you guys. And that exercise is good for anything, from minor things like, I didn't get the job. Okay, well, how is this perfect for me? What are the benefits and advantages of me not getting that job? All the way to, something like we've talked about today. So hope this helps. And if you have any other questions, just list them in the comments, or you can call the Satori Show on Sundays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And we can talk about this on the show. The number for that is 256-291-1191. Thank you so much, guys, and have a beautiful day. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.